Hi, welcome back. It's time for my July TBR. I'm going to use Google, a number generator, to pick a random number and then I'm going to link it back to whatever that number is on my Goodreads. I currently have 772 books on my Goodreads TBR that I'm obviously never going to get through, but we can give it a go. I'm going to pick 5 books for July. July is my birthday month, so hopefully I will get some time for reading, but you never know. But 5 books hopefully should be doable, so let's just pick some numbers. So the first number is 25, 52, 496, 768, and 679. That is a mix of numbers. I guess we'll start with 25. Not only is it the lowest, but it was the first one. 25, The City of Brass by S.A. Oh gosh, that's a surname. S.A. Chakrabarti? Sorry, I'll put the book there. Right, let me read what this one is about. Nari has never believed in magic. Certainly she has power. On the streets of 18th century Cairo, she's a con woman of unsurpassed talent, but she knows better than anybody that the trade she uses to get by, palm readings, are all tricks. Sleights of hand, learned skills, and means to the delightful end of swindling Ottoman nobles. But when Nari accidentally summons an equally sly, dark, mysterious Jinn warrior to her side during one of her cons, she's forced to accept that the magical word she thought only existed in childhood stories is real. For the warrior tells her a new tale across hot windswept sands teeming with creatures of fire and rivers where the mythical married sleep, past ruins of once magnificent human metropolises and mountains where the circling hawks are not what they seem lies. Davabad, the legendary city of brass, a city to which Nari is irrevocably bound. In that city, behind gilded brass walls laced with enchantments, behind the 6 gates of the 6 Jinn tribes, old resentments are simmering, and when Nari decides to enter this world, she learns that true power is fierce and brutal. That magic cannot shield her from the dangerous web of court politics, that even the cleverest schemes can have deadly consequences. After all, there is a reason they say be careful what you wish for. Okay, that one sounds good. I'm just going to jot down how many pages because that helps me pick which order I'm going to read books in. So that is 532 pages. That's a chunker. Okay, so the next lowest and the next one to come out was 52. That is I'll Give You the Sun. For some reason, I'm pretty sure I've read this one, but I don't know. That is by Jandy Nelson. I think I've got this one on my actual bookshelf, so if I have, then I'll be reading it physically, which is nice because I've been trying to read more on my Kindle because I think it's such a waste for me to get the actual book of a book if I don't know that I'm going to love it. So I've been trying to read more ebooks and stuff so that I'm not killing all the trees. But yeah, I think maybe I haven't read this one. It says, at first, Jude and her twin brother Noah are inseparable. Noah draws constantly and is falling in love with the charismatic boy next door, while daredevil Jude wears red lipstick, cliff dives, and does all the talking for both of them. Years later, they're barely speaking. Something has happened to change the twins in different yet equally devastating ways. But then Jude meets an intriguing, irresistible boy and a mysterious new mentor. The early years are Noah's to tell, the later years are Jude, but they each have only half the story, and if they can only find their way back to one another, they'll have the chance to remake their world. This radiant award-winning novel from the acclaimed author of The Sky is Everywhere will leave you breathless and teary and laughing, often all at once. Well, that sounds good, and it's YA, so it should be fairly easy, and it's 371 pages. Okay, so far, so good. Okay, the next is number 496. Okay, I don't know anything about this one, so it must be one that I've seen somebody else read. It's Lunar Love by Lauren Kung Jessen. It says, always a matchmaker, never a match. Olivia Huang Christensen is excited/terrified to be taking over her grandmother's matchmaking business, but when she learns that a new dating app has made her Popo's traditional Chinese zodiac approach all about animal attraction, her emotions skew more towards furious/outrage, especially when LA's most eligible bachelor, Bennett O'Brien, that is such a book name, isn't it? Bennett O'Brien, is behind the app that could destroy her family's legacy. Liv knows better than to fall for any guy, let alone an infuriatingly handsome one who believes that traditions are meant to be broken. As the two businesses go head to head, Bennett and Liv make a deal. They'll find a match for each other, and whoever falls in love loses. But Liv is dealing with somebody who's already adept in stealing business ideas. So what's stopping him from stealing her heart too? This sounds like it's going to be an enemies to lovers romance. I like that it's got some of the Chinese zodiac in there, because I don't know much about that, so it'll be interesting to read about. Yeah, I'm excited for that one. It is 336 pages, but it is a romance, so I am setting myself a challenge, because that first one is 532 pages, and then the rest of them, not chunky, but they're not small either, so. Okay, the next one that came up was Girls That Invest, and I do know I have this one on my bookshelf, but I'm a little bit into Broke Millennial by Erin Lowry, so I'm going to put Broke Millennial on my TBR for July instead of the Girls That Invest, because I want to read them one at a time, if that makes sense. So I can't spell millennial but I'm going to read Broke Millennial because I actually have the physical book for that one as well. And that one is only 288 pages, so I'm doing a little bit of a cheat, but he's going to tell me not to. It's my TBR. But yeah, I think I'm finding Broke Millennial quite interesting, but I do need a little recap of it, so. And it's all about finances and stuff like that. Okay, and the next one is 768. It's Meet Me on the Bridge by Sarah J. Harris. Oh, we've got a whole chunk of romances on there. It says everyone says falling in love is supposed to be easy, but what happens when you meet the perfect man in your dreams? Especially when you find out he was real and died 1 year ago on the bridge you had agreed to meet on for your first date. Wouldn't you try to go back in time and change the course of destiny to create your own happily ever after? But the path to true love is never without complications, and meddling with the past can have unexpected consequences. The must-read time travel romance for fans of Maybe in Another Life, Sliding Doors, and About Time. I've never read any of those books that it says it's like, so that one sounds interesting. I've also never read a time travel book, I don't think. So yeah, that sounds interesting. Okay, I'm really happy actually with my July setup. So yeah, I'm excited. If you've read any of those books, please let me know down in the comments what you thought of them. We'll get a little discussion going, or if you've got any recommendations, that would be really good too. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please come back and check if I managed to get any of those read. I'm hoping to get all of them read, so hopefully you'll be coming back for some reviews. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to hit the subscribe, give me a thumbs up, hit the notification, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.